Summer Walker learns a new chakra routine.
Oh, wait.
Need some light. It's dark.
Not really. I mean, I like it.
Okay.
Come over. Okay. I'm gonna guess again.
Somebody send me some money.
I'm gonna guess again and then tell me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this one is the Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, balancing
That's
everything,
just
clearing.
Like clearing your energy out. Yeah.
Root,
chakra,
sacral, crown, throat, heart. I don't know. Solar plexus. Okay.
Right.
Sacral, solar plexus, two different things.
Right. Sacral is up, below the navel, and this is like just above the navel.
So, sacral.
No, sacral.
Sacral.
Right.
Below. Solar.
Right.
Rose
quartz.
Obsidian. I don't know.
This is rainbow quartz. So this is to align all. See, it's like a rainbow. It's got like every chakra in there. So this is like, once you get them open, so this grounds that energy and keeps it like open. Right. This is a combination of the heart and the root. So what happens is, like, when I first started doing this, people were like getting out of their body, and my teacher, Nikki, she was like, no, you got to keep them on earth. Right. Right. Because one girl like left her body, another girl had a psychedelic.
Using this.
No, I wasn't using nothing. Right, I wasn't using crystals. And she was like, oh no, you got to keep them in their body.
Oh, because this will ground.
Right, so this keeps like the energy.
Well, I'm glad you learned that before you got to me.
Right, so it was like, this roots you in the ground, but opens up the heart.
Okay.
Right? And so these two separately, so this is obsidian, this is keeps out like
protection.
Anything kind of like you don't want Maleficent. And then this is the heart, so this opens up not just the heart chakra, but the whole, your body as the heart. Right, that heal. And then so these oils kind of complement the same thing. So this is purification. This is envision. This is like third eye, and this is the heart again. This is joy, right? So these are all, and then selenite, right? Selenite keeps everything pure, clean.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hold on to these in my hand if you don't mind.
No, I'm like, this is like my switchboard.
Okay.
Right? So I'm literally like, this is like my switchboard. So even when I'm working on you, these are like keeping everything together.
Okay.
Like, so you don't have to worry about the safe. In other words.
Okay, I ain't trying to go nowhere now.
Right.
And what are you wearing?
Oh, so this is my personal situation. A friend of mine made this. And so this is solar plex. See, it hangs right over the solar plex.
Oh, okay.
And then it's the same color as the solar plex, right? That yellow amber. So this keeps my energy, like, because I'm super sensitive to energy, especially now. So I have to keep my energy like embodied in myself, right?
Okay.
So I'm like internalize whoever I'm working on, their process.
He's just about to, because it's Reiki, right?
I don't really like to call it Reiki because Reiki is a brand. It's really just an energy healing, right? To release trauma and to like clear out negative behavior patterns, right? So what usually happens after this is people feel a release. Then it usually takes maybe 2 weeks for them to totally realize, wow, I let that go. And what I like to do is follow up with like some type of coaching them through that integration process. Because when you release something, you have to like integrate to realize, oh, like I'm not in the same space.
I had felt it the last time I had it. I was pregnant, and I felt it immediately after she left.
Right.
Because I remember I was completely uninspired. I didn't want to work. As soon as she left, I got to work.
Right. Yeah. So
feeling great.
It depends on your system because you wasn't eating meat. So it's a lot of things that come into it. the cleaner your system is, the faster it works. So that's why I like to introduce it in a more holistic way, because I don't like to ever say it's just one thing that's gonna like shift your gears. It's more of a holistic perspective that is going to help you transition into a more like whole being.
And he's just we're gonna release some of the trauma from my pregnancy and birth, and just get my emotional state back together.
Yeah, we're just really working on emotional health at this point. Because when we looked at your gene keys, which is like something that I use in your human design, that's where you carry your trauma at. And a lot of women do. They carry their trauma in their sacral. And over years of accumulating,
because it's near the womb.
Right, because it's near the womb. So, and then it's also the unconscious, and it's also your creative energy. So years and years of not having access to that, and not understanding your relationship necessarily to the moon and to like just nature and natural cycles is why we project our it just gives us like not,
because we like been neglecting it.
Yeah, you neglect, right? So if you were neglect when you were in your childhood and then you were traumatized, you're basically repeating those patterns on yourself. Right? Unconsciously, you're neglecting yourself. Unconsciously, you're repeating those patterns that were established while you were traumatized. And then that's where your self-defeating thinking comes from. It's all a system, right? You're not just randomly thinking thoughts that don't empower you. You being traumatized is what's driving you to have those thoughts.
And being unaware that you're traumatized.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then same thing if you've been neglected. You've been neglected, so that's why you don't know how to take care of yourself, right? Because no one ever gave you that, so you don't have it. So now you have the opportunity to discover that for yourself and start to take care of yourself. And that gives you back your power, right? So that's what this is about, like getting back your power as an individual, your sovereignty.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people.
3,000? No, not really. What is this one?
Oh, so this is Valor. This is what I use on a daily basis. This is just me. Like when I'm on the train in New York and I'd be like, okay, too much. Let me clear it out. Like, it would just be all types of people doing whatever.
So, because, I know you could just do it, but, I like to understand everything. So now I understand what is going on here. And so the last time Nikki did it, so you can just basically...
And I can do this remotely, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah, through the...
Yeah.
But what am I trying to ask? So you can choose what you want to do. Like, so this time we're releasing...
Right. Well, we're doing this based on what me and you have already been working on, right? So now we've come into this component of it.
But when you do this, like, you don't have to... It's not the same. It's not always like release. You can do it for different
things. It depends on the person. It depends on where they're at. It depends on what they want to accomplish. It's all very individualistic. There's no one way to do it. It's always me connecting to the person, getting like personal and like having a intuition about where they're at, where they want to go. And that's how it kind of clicks in my head. That's why I call it a soul symphony, right? Because if you look at the chakras, it's like the music. It's like the music of your soul.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.